Welcome to AskReddit channel. What is worth every penny? A really comfortable desk chair. If it's something you're going to be sitting in for hours a day, spending a little extra on a chair is well worth it. Good work boots. Blackout curtains for your bedroom. You don't realize how much light interferes with your sleep until you blocked out all the light. I took a class on positive psychology as an elective a few years ago. I have used what I learned in that class practically every day since, through some very intense and upsetting times. I use what I learned in that class to help maintain my mental health during isolation, and for someone who struggles with severe depression, I've been doing a pretty damn good job. Not only was that class worth every penny, I think it should be taught in high school for free. A good mattress. A braided charging cable to replace the non-braided type. Good pair of shoes. Wooden hangers. I swear to God it's like living at Nordstrom's. And they last forever. A trash receptacle with a foot pedal to open the lid. Paying more in rent to live without roommates. Laser printer. Anything that saves me time, makes my life easier, and does shit I don't want to do. For example, my Roomba. Noise-canceling headphones. A good chef knife. I've been using mine for about 4 years now, and it still keeps its edge. May cost $200, but it's worth it instead of having to buy one every year. High-quality soap. I don't mean like going to Bath & Body Works and getting real smelly stuff, but like paying the $10 for 3 bars of Cetaphil body soap. Lasts long and your skin won't dry all to hell, and for me, no horrific allergic reaction to anything. Light-blocking curtains. Got them when I had to work third shift for a few months. Will never go back. They truly live up to their name. No matter how bright it is outside, it is like 2 a.m. on a moonless night in my bedroom. A top-floor apartment. They usually cost more than a downstairs apartment, but not having to listen to footsteps and plumbing noises is worth the extra cost. An electric toothbrush. I was gifted a Sonicare over 10 years ago and will never go back to a manual toothbrush. When I've had to use a manual toothbrush I feel like a caveman, and my teeth never feel as clean. When I was about 10 years old my parents and I were in our backyard clearing out a ton of weeds that had gotten out of hand. I had trouble focusing because our next door neighbor had this really adorable puppy and all I wanted to do was play with him. We found out that they were actually going to take him to an animal shelter because their son was not taking care of him like he promised. I decided to ask my parents if maybe we could get him instead. I was an only child and never really have anyone to play with unless a friend would come over, and the thought of having a puppy to play with whenever I wanted to was great. My parents agreed, and our neighbors offered to sell him to us for $20, which is really cheap for a dog when you think about it, but a lot of money for a kid. I had that saved up and immediately agreed and promised I care for him and love him forever. So, he became my puppy, and like a brother. After a few days of debating I named him Snoopy. Snoopy became my closest friend. He made me laugh, played with me, and would just hang out and watch TV with me. He was always there for me, especially through some tough times in my life where I was extremely self-destructive. He saved me from myself. He was there at my side through tough breakups where all I ever wanted to do was lay in bed. He was an amazing friend. He was there to see me graduate 8th grade, high school, and college. I hoped he would be there on the day I got married and maybe be around for when I had kids, but unfortunately as much as we wish for things, sometimes they don't happen. This is the first picture I have of us together, and this is the last. He died 5 years ago after being by my side for almost 17 years. That little ball of fur in the first picture made such a huge impact on my life, bringing me years of happiness, friendship, and love. Definitely the best purchase I have ever made, and worth every penny and more. Therapy. Even when we're not working through meaty stuff, I love having someone to offer different perspectives and challenge my perceptions of situations. Plus, during an unexpected crisis like this, it's nice to have someone on deck to help me work through all the bad shit. Condoms. 2020 is no year for having kids. Too late, she's due in September. After 3 years of trying, 5 rounds of IVF, 2 miscarriages and enough money to pay off the mortgage, I don't regret a thing though. A new set of car tires. Buy it nice or buy it twice. For winter climates, real snow tires, not that all-season bullshit. KitchenAid stand mixer. My mom received one in 1971 at my parents' wedding. It stayed in our attic, unbeknownst to me, for decades. I love to cook. Last year, hey, do you want a KitchenAid mixer? It literally looks the exact same as the current one, and current accessories fit it perfectly. My girls will have to fight over who gets it when I die. Best machine ever. Just tell them the best baker gets it. Ever. Spotify Premium. I use it daily and shuffle it around all the time and skip around a lot. I also don't get ads. It's $10.81 a month, but considering I've been listening to it for about 8 hours today, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. Edit. For all the people who are telling me that the student account exists, thank you, but I'm already aware of this. I won't get into it, but due to my general inability to read directions, I can't get Spotify Student ATM. A good mattress. My wife and I bought a $1,300 king-sized mattress a few months ago. Every single night, we lay on it and praise it. Best purchase ever. My parents bought me a nice queen mattress with a new bed for Christmas a couple years ago. Couple that with some nice sheets, a ridiculously comfy comforter and some luxurious memory foam pillows, and you've got yourself sleep heaven. It's really hard to get out of bed every day. Logic Pro X or any music making software that will be the best for you. Obviously this is for people who want to make music, but after 6 years on GarageBand, the free limited version, I decided to buy the full version, Logic. It's $250, lifetime ownership over multiple or upgraded devices, no hidden fees or subscriptions. Not only have I been able to make money with it, it's made me incredibly joyous and fulfilled. It's like an artist buying a lifetime supply of canvas and paints. A cleaning service. We hired a service to come out bi-weekly, and I cannot tell you how amazing it is. Having a professionally cleaned home helps with overall health, allergies, breathing in bad things like dust, etc. And just having a clean home in general is so anxiety relieving for me. Definitely worth every penny. A McChicken at 2 a.m. when you're stoned. Go for the McLandare and see. Get a McChicken, McDouble, and a fillet of fish. Combine them all into one glorious stoned meal-eating extravaganza, and then question all your life choices after you sober up and realize what you did. I kind of feel required to try this now. I will follow up if I do. It's a requirement that you're stoned when you do. Doctor's orders. Nice food containers for meal prep, leftovers, etc. What weird little thing would you buy if you won the lottery? Well, I'd throw all my containers out and go to Costco and buy like 6 sets of storage containers so I'd never have to deal with mismatched sets ever again. A pet. They fulfill so much of your life by having them in your home and bring love and happiness to you as long as you reciprocate. To keep a stupidly long story short, I once in a sleep-deprived haze bought and imported a 6-pack of German Spezi, $25. I drank one, thought it was good. I drank a Sprite the next day, it tasted like shit. I haven't drunk an American soda since, saves a fortune at restaurants. Getting physically fit. It costs a lot in healthy food and gym memberships, but when you reach peak strength endurance and can do simple tasks without dying of exhaustion, you will never regret a thing. Pizza. I've never one time regretted money I spent on a slice. That's not to say I haven't had a few bad slices in my day, but you know, bad pizza is still pizza, isn't it? I'm typically the type of guy who will always say that even bad pizza is still pretty okay, but then I had Utica pie. It's cold pizza with just sauce and a few shakes of canned Parmesan cheese. It's awful. A good pair of running shoes. My legs and feet hurt so badly when I first started. Someone convinced me to buy a nice pair of running shoes, and I was blown away. First run was heaven and no pain. Good insoles. I'm not a fan of the snobbery that always accompanies the buy once, cry once mentality that likes to shit on everything that didn't cost $1 million, but I have found that life is easier when you don't cheap out on insoles. I wear low-end work boots, and they wear just as well as a $200 pair when I put good insoles in. Gel, Comfort Step.
Find a brand you like and stock up.